What would it look like if the Pac-12 used a double elimination tournament to select a 2026 conference champion? Today's matchup will feature our first elimination game in the series, as both teams featured here today lost on the road in their first round matchups. If you missed any of the first 4 games in this series, you can find the full first round playlist linked here. The hosts for today's game are the Washington State Cougars, who fell to Texas State in their first round matchup. And they will be playing the Colorado State Rams, who played our favorite for this tournament, the Boise State Broncos. And that's going to do it for our pregame show. We're going to set it down to the field for what will be one of these teams' last game in the tournament. Colorado State's Brian Hansen has this one teed up, and we are underway with our first elimination game. And as they get set to take the field, we will see Washington State's offense first, as they are led out to the field by quarterback Zach Eckhouse. And while they fell short in their first match against Texas State, Eckhouse will be looking for Tony Freeman to have another big game as he carried the offense to the first matchup. And just as we say that, Voorhees is out into the open field, and no one is going to catch him. He will take the opening handoff 75 yards to the house. And that will give Washington State an early lead, and they are looking at a 7-0 game here against Colorado State. And after that one-play scoring drive, we will see the Cougars get set to kick one off, and Colorado State's return man will take this one out of the end zone up to about the 20-yard line. Now we'll get to see our first look of the day of Colorado State's offense as they come out of the field wearing their Colorado State Pride uniforms. And they'll be led by quarterback Jackson Brousseau from Lehigh, Utah. The Rams will be looking for better production from their offense today after they fell short against the Boise State Broncos in their first round matchup. And on first down, they're going to get this drive started with a handoff, and this one will go to the left. And after a tackle attempt, he will fall, and that will be a first down. And on the second play of the drive, Brousseau will step back to pass, and that is an interception. Linebacker Keith Brown comes up with that one as the quarterback throws this one directly to the defender over the middle. And that will give Washington State the ball again on their own side of the field, up 7. And back on offense, the Cougars get this drive going here. The run to the left to Voorhees, and that'll be stopped for our 3-yard gain. And on second down, Colorado State will bring pressure, but Eckhouse will get this one out to his favorite target. And Freeman is down to the 15-yard line with the catch on the comeback route. And on their first play inside the red zone, Washington State will hand this one off to Voorhees, and this one's blocked perfectly, and he will carry it in for another rushing touchdown. And that'll give the Cougars a 14-0 lead here in the first quarter. And now with a 14-point deficit, you'll see Colorado State's offense take the field again. Brousseau is going to sail this one over the middle and just goes over his receiver's head. And that'll break up a 3rd and 10 here as we skip ahead. On third down, Brousseau will find his tight end open in the zone, and he will carry this one for about 20 yards and the first down. Colorado State gets set to take a shot here. Brousseau will put this one just out of his receiver's reach, and it will fall incomplete. And after the run to the right, Going to see Colorado State line this one up to take another shot here. And Brousseau absolutely let this one fly down to the 5-yard line. This one's going to be tipped and fall incomplete. The Rams will have to punt this one away. And after a few 3-and-outs by either team, he will skip ahead in the action to the end of the first quarter. That's going to do it for the first quarter in this one. As we get to look at our offensive stats, our score now is Washington State 14, Colorado State 0. Harris takes the snap to start the second quarter, and he will punt this one away, and we will see Colorado State take over on offense. The defense simulates pressure, but they only bring 4. They're going to get back to the quarterback, and that won't be a sack, but it does bring up a 3rd and 1. But they're going to run the ball, and this will easily pick up the first down. And this pass over the middle will be completed behind the linebacker for another first down. Colorado State is driving. They just entered the red zone. It's 1st and goal, and Brousseau will throw a quick pass out to the receiver. But Washington State has a defender there to get this one up. Brousseau will keep this one himself, but he's going to be stopped at the 5-yard line. Now they're going to 3rd and goal. Steps back to pass, and the defense will under pressure. The linebacker gets there, and that's a sack. They bring up 4th and goal, and Colorado State will have to take this one. Linebacker Keith Brown continues his impressive first half here as he adds a 2nd sack to his interception earlier in the game. But with this field goal, Colorado State gets on the board, and our score now is Washington State 14, Colorado State 3. And Washington State will be back on offense here with 3 minutes to go in this half. And Eckhouse steps back to pass. He's going to sail this one over the middle. And it is going to be intercepted. This one thrown right to the middle field safety. And he will return this one all the way back to the 30-yard line. That'll give the Rams another chance on offense here to cut into this lead. And they are in great position to do so here at the end of this half. Start off with a run here on 1st down. On 2nd, we're going to run it again. And this one is going to be carried for a 1st down to the 20-yard line. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. They are moving the ball here as they are now looking at another 1st and goal. That sack will push Colorado State back to the 10-yard line with some subpar user coverage that gives them pass interference here. And that'll give them a new set of downs for 45 seconds to play. Brousseau is going to be sacked again. That'll be the 5th of this game. This Washington State defense does not want to let them in the end zone. And they won't. Keith Brown's going to come up with another interception here in the red zone. And that will keep Colorado State out of the end zone here. And our score at halftime is going to be 14-3. And What a great individual defensive performance here by Keith Brown. 2 interceptions and 2 sacks in the first half, and that'll hold Colorado State to 3 points here in the break. This handoff to Voorhees will kill the clock, but he's going to threaten a much bigger play before he's ultimately brought down at the 20-yard line. But that will send us to halftime, and we are through 2 here in Pullman, Washington, as the Cougars go into the halftime with a 14-3 lead over the Colorado State Rams. And we're back from halftime, and Harris has this one lined up to kick away. And we are 2 quarters away from the end of our first elimination game in this tournament. Russo takes a shot here, and this will be tipped and incomplete on what could have been his 3rd interception of the day. But on 3rd down, Brusso's going to line up, take a shot, and he goes deep to the left side, and this one's covered, but it's caught! In between 2 defenders, the receiver goes up and pulls this ball down, and they will be down at the 22-yard line with new life on this drive. Brusso's going to take a shot to the end zone, and this one's broken up by the safety. He's making a heads-up play to knock this one out. Rams run this one on 3rd down, and it's going to be stopped short of the 1st down, and that'll be another red zone stop for the Cougars. Colorado State will send out the kicking unit for about a 35-yard kick, and this one's going to be good, and our score now is Washington State 14, Colorado State 6. Voorhees takes his hand off around to the left side, and he's got space. He's going to be down for another 15-yard gain. Voorhees takes his hand off on 3rd down. He's going to lead us the way through traffic and pick up first. And Washington State will line it up here again at about midfield. And I'm not entirely sure if I was expecting a draw on this play, but this will be stopped for about a pickup of 5. My years of playing NCAA 14 catch up with me here as I click the wrong button on the speed option. Then I'll be tackled for a loss. And this completion will bring up a 3rd and 10. We're going to completely stare at our receiver on the left and ignore the cross underneath. And we'll have a 4th and 10 here. And this one's got to be shanked. No go wide right for a miss. And our score remains 14 Washington State, Colorado State 6. Russo escapes traffic and gets us out to the receiver on the left. That'll be tackled short of the line of game, but it'll bring up a 3rd down. And we are going into the 4th quarter here in a 1-score game in our first elimination matchup of the tournament. Colorado State will be looking at a 3rd 5 here to start the 4th quarter. Russo is going to find his tight end over the middle. They got the 1st down. Russo set to pass, and he's going to step and avoid pressure and get this one out. And that could have been another interception as the linebacker tips this one away, but it will fall incomplete. That catch and run will get Colorado State back to the red zone once again. Russo's going to take the snap on second down. He'll hit his man on the slant, and he's down at the 1 yard line. He's stuffed, and that'll be tackled again at the 1 yard line for no gain. And he's stopped again, this time for a loss. This defense does not want to give up any yards here. And he's going to find Pater as he powers his way through the defense here. We're going to see Colorado State go for 2 here to tie it up with 5 minutes to play. And he drops it. Russo had his man wide open for the 2-point conversion, but just could not haul it in. And that'll keep Washington State in the lead with a 14-12 lead here with 5 minutes to play. Eckhouse will find Voorhees on the screen here, and he is out in the open. He makes a man miss, and he's got a ton of space for him. He spins back and will be tackled at the 50-yard line. He'll follow that big pickup here with a pass out to Freeman, but he'll be cut down with no gain. That'll be 2nd and 10 here. We are 3 minutes away. Eckhouse rolls out on the flex, and that could have been dangerous. This one's going to fall incomplete. Washington State is looking at a 3rd down here with 3 minutes to play. Eckhouse steps back and he finds his man. That'll be good for a 1st down. We'll have another handoff here to Voorhees, and makes a man miss, and he will weave his way through and pick up 5. Colorado State takes their first timeout with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to play. Eckhouse will find Meredith here on the comeback, and they'll get it down to the 25-yard line and the 1st down. Colorado State will take their 2nd timeout here. And after that, Colorado State takes their 3rd and final timeout here. We have one more with the 2-minute timeout, as Washington State has the ball in their own red zone. And Eckhouse will pull this one down and run it to the right. He will be out of bounds at the 4-yard line after a physical run. Voorhees has another clean lane to the end zone, and he'll try to stop it on the 1-yard line, but he's going to be pushed in, and that'll be another Washington State Cougars touchdown. That'll extend their lead to 21-12 here with 2 minutes to play. This extra point will extend Washington State's lead to 9. Colorado State will take over on offense again, looking at a 2-score deficit with 2 minutes and 2 seconds to play. Colorado State's offense will set up at the 20-yard line. Russo takes the snap and gets set to pass. He gets it out to the receiver, but it's dropped. That'll be a 2nd and 10 here with 1:55 to play. This catch on the sideline is good for a 1st down, and Colorado State's offense will stay alive with a new set of downs. And that's a fumble. Colorado State will jump on this one. They'll keep the ball, keep this drive alive. Russo gets this one out on a screen. He's got a ton of space in front of him. He's going to carry this one down to the 35-yard line. And this one's going to be wide open over the middle to the tight end. Leaf carries this one down for 15. And Colorado State's in striking distance again. They are just inside the red zone. Colorado State will have to hurry to the line here on 3rd and 7. Russo takes the snap, the defense brings pressure, and they get to him. He gets the ball off, but this one is going to fall incomplete. And down 2 possessions, Colorado State will attempt to kick. And it's going to be missed. They needed that one there to have a chance to win this one, but the kicker pushes this one just to the right. But with no timeouts remaining and Washington State taking over on offense, all they have to do now is kneel this one out, and they will survive the first elimination game of this tournament with a final score of Washington State 21, Colorado State 12. With this win today, Washington State stay alive and advance to the next round in the losers bracket. They will face the loser of the San Diego State-Oregon State game next. But this will be it for Colorado State as they pick up their second loss of the tournament and will be our first team eliminated from this tournament. In our next video, we will be playing the Utah State and Fresno State game for another and our second elimination game in this 2026 Pac-12 Double Elimination Tournament. But that's going to do it all for this one. My name is The Late Stage Gamer, and if you made it this far in the video, please like, share, and subscribe to see the rest of this series, along with all the other gaming highlights that we post to our channel regularly. Thank you all again. Now let's get out of here.